Good morning and welcome to the Tuesday, July 2nd Board of County Commission meeting. We do begin each of our meetings with an invocation, and today we will have Commissioner Gonzalez give us our invocation. If you would like to join, please feel free to do so.
Lord God and Father above, we thank you for all you do, all you are, and all you provide for us. We ask for your blessing upon those gathered here today. And we ask for wisdom for those that are making decisions and leading our communities here locally around the state and the country and around the world. And we ask for just the greatness as we go and remember all those who have built this great nation as we enter Independence Day, and remember all the good that you've provided us and the good we can do for our communities moving forward. And in this we pray, amen.
And Commissioner Vanderwerf will lead us in the pledge.
Please join me in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And I might note that we have two veterans sitting right here who just delivered those first two items for us today. Item number 3.
Item number 3 is staff emergency items, and I'm unaware of any staff emergency items today.
Item 4.
Item number 4 is changes, postponements, and notice of the next meeting. I'm unaware of any changes or postponements to today's agenda, and the next meeting will be Tuesday, July 9th at 9:00 a.m.
Item number 5.
Item number 5 is the consent calendar consisting of items 5A through 5I3.
Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on any item on today's consent calendar? Hearing none in the room and none online, thank you. Commissioners, comments, questions, and a motion.
Move to approve items 5A through 5I3.
Second.
That has been moved and seconded. Any further comments? Okay, Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Geithner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. The consent calendar passes 5-0. And that brings us to item number 6.
Item number 6 is a proclamation recognizing Independence Day. Carrie Geithner, Vice Chair, Board of County Commissioners.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am honored to move the proclamation recognizing Independence Day for approval. Whereas on July 4th, 1776, the founders of our nation signed the Declaration of Independence, publicly announcing to the world the unanimous decision of the American colonies to declare themselves free and independent states, absolved from any allegiance to Great Britain. And whereas, in complete contrast to the British government at that time, the founders sought to build a nation based on the belief that the purpose of government is to secure individual God-given rights and should derive its power from the consent of the governed. And whereas, with the signing of this declaration, war was declared and valiantly fought over these ideals for 7 years, finally ending in victory with the signing of the Treaty of Paris on September 3rd, 1783. And whereas the adoption of the Declaration of Independence was an act of extraordinary political courage by a diverse group of 56 people that included lawyers, merchants, musicians, farmers, physicians, and a minister who boldly proclaimed that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And whereas the continuation of our nation and individual liberty is only secure if we continue to teach, celebrate, and uphold these ideals to all citizens in future generations. And whereas on this day, we recognize that Independence Day is a celebration of freedoms bestowed by God, recognized by our nation's founders, and defended by patriots past and present, from those who fought in the Revolutionary War to the dedicated men and women of the United States Armed Forces who serve today. Now, therefore, the Board of County Commissioners of El Paso County, Colorado, hereby proclaims July 4th as Independence Day in El Paso County and urges all residents to celebrate the birth of this great nation with patriotic displays of our flag, red, white, and blue, parades, and traditional fireworks displays, so that every resident will be reminded of the importance of this day. Done this second day of July 2024 at Colorado Springs, Colorado, the Board of County Commissioners signed by the Board of County Commissioners, Cami Bremer, Chair, Carrie Geithner, Vice Chair, Loginos Gonzalez Jr., Stan Vanderwerf, and Holly Williams, members, and attested to by Steve Schleicher, County Clerk and Recorder. Is there a second?
Second.
I would now like to recognize that we have a color guard made up from both Doherty and Mitchell High School students. And I would ask you to please rise for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem.
Color guard, hold, left colors, march. Color.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. Bubbles bursting through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say doth the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave.
Carry, color. Light colors, march. Color guard forward, march.
Again, I want to thank those students for being here, and if it's okay with Madam Chair, I just want to also recognize Macy White and Callie Schultz, who are two Coronado High School graduates, and thank them also for their participation and being here to help us celebrate Independence Day in El Paso County.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay, are there any members of the public here today wishing to speak on this proclamation? Hearing none in the audience and any online, I will reiterate those thank yous and commendations for lending your talents so beautifully and your discipline and your service to being a part of our ceremony here today. With that, are there any other commissioner comments?
I just wanted to say I always enjoy Independence Day, especially as a child. And then after 9/11, it was always fun to go with my father to the parade. And every time the flag would come by, we'd stand up and salute the flag as it came by. And my dad would get these big tears in his eyes. And then after 9/11, I started going to the parade with my kids. And I would start to get those big tears in my eyes. So I think that Independence Day is the most important day in the history of our country. And these men who sat down and determined that they could no longer be under the leadership of a king in England who would take their property, occupy their houses, take their businesses, and was just so far across the sea and did not see the rights that they were losing. And each of them stood up to the King George. And in that standing up, they did not have easy lives after that. We all know that many of them had very severe lives after they stood up to the king, but they started a revolution that has led to one of the greatest countries on earth. And for that, I am very grateful to be a citizen of the United States. So thank you.
Well said, Commissioner Williams. Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a great holiday, remembering our founding fathers, all the great work that they did, all those that supported the building of this great country. And, as Patrick Henry, famously stated, give me liberty or give me death. I think a lot of people in the modern world forget when they said that, they actually meant it. So when they signed, they put their names to that Declaration of Independence. Had they been captured, they probably would have been put to death. And so this was a group of people who were willing to stand up, fight, and build this great nation that we have today. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. And I'm just grateful that we're having this wonderful little ceremony. My thanks to the Coronado students and the Junior Navy ROTC, I think it was, that was here, and for citizens' participation in this, plus the citizens' participation here on our holiday, which is always so much fun. But it's so important, as my colleagues have mentioned, and I know other comments will be made to this, to also remember why we have this celebration, why it is so important to celebrate this nation. We started the worldwide movement for people and markets to be free, and so many others have now followed us. It's so important. And I'm just reminded about the greatness of this nation, the greatness of our founding fathers. They were brilliant, well-learned individuals. They really created something amazing. And I think we can all be proud of that. Some personal notes for me. On July 4th of 2010, I raised a couple of flags on the flagpole at Forward Operating Base Union 3 in Iraq, since I was stationed there in Iraq on my combat duty. And I still have those flags, and they're very special to me because we raised a couple of flags that I took home. It's very important for me to always remember that. And then also on my wife's side, she's actually a descendant of one of the founding fathers that signed the Declaration of Independence, and that person's name was Thomas Nelson, who later became the governor of Virginia. Turned out he was a very wealthy landowner at the time, and was one of the personal financiers of our war for independence, and ended up his life nearly penniless. So when we talk about giving your all, maybe your life, maybe your treasure, this was a gentleman that gave up an enormous amount of treasure and was actually one of the people that helped to fund and finance our Revolutionary War so that we could all be free and we could be a beacon of freedom for everybody else around the world. It's important to remember these people and what the sacrifices they made. And it's important for us to continue to make whatever sacrifices are necessary to ensure that people can be free and to ensure that markets can be free. So my gratitude to this board and to El Paso County for holding this little ceremony, and I'm looking forward to our great celebration on July 4th, a couple days away. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. And as is our tradition, I will let Commissioner Geithner finish up our comments on this. But, you know, as Commissioner Vanderwerf shared that visual of raising a flag while he was across the world, I'm thinking today and this weekend, as there are celebrations happening here on the home front, I'm thinking of all of those that are raising the American flag, and even some who may be in places where they can't. I am thinking about them as we appreciate the sacrifices that they and their families are making, and that predicated on a long history of people standing up for what is right in this world. And as we take a look around in our own community and our country, you'll see a lot of division over an awful lot of things. And I am very proud of this board today for standing for what we can all unify behind, which is the United States of America and its founding principles. Just honored and humbled to be but a small part of being able to celebrate and to teach future generations what this is all about. And I'm grateful for the young students in attendance today for that as well. With that, Commissioner Geithner.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do just want to make sure we don't have the folks from TNT hiding anywhere in the auditorium before I finish up here. And it doesn't look like I see anyone coming forward, but so I will say, I want to remind everyone while you're celebrating to make sure that you are smartly utilizing fireworks, keep your family safe, and also don't forget to keep water nearby if you are participating in those. I love to see and hear the fireworks in my neighborhood and know that people are celebrating, but we do want to do that carefully as well. You know, I'm so grateful to my colleagues for the patriotism that I know we all share, and in wanting to really bring in folks to celebrate this year. I was inspired, as a matter of fact, and my colleagues have not even heard this yet, by a walk from my mailbox. You know, during the election time frame, there's a lot of election mail that is coming out, and so I was checking my mail, taking a walk. My mailbox is a distance from my house, and overhead flew what I assume was the Thunderbirds, flying in formation. And in that moment, though there was a lot of division and there were a lot of things being said about government and elections, I got goosebumps instantly. And I was so proud to be an American. And it reminded me that there is so much more that unifies us than divides us as Americans, and that we still do believe in the founding principles of this nation, that all men are created equal. And that truly inspired me to try and bring that to our community. And I'm really excited that we're going to be planting flags outside to decorate and show everyone outside of this building as well. I don't think that is something we've done before, but I am looking forward to that and truly displaying our patriotism here at Centennial Hall. So again, thank you to my colleagues for that. And I just also want to say how important it is, as we said the pledge today, to remember what this nation is truly founded on. And though the words are often used interchangeably, I think it becomes even more important for us today to remember the pieces of wisdom that our founders imparted to us about individual freedom and what that truly means and how different it is than any other government that existed at the time and that existed throughout history. That we hear the word democracy a lot, and certainly there is a democratic process where we elect our representatives, but pure democracy is when the majority gets to decide the rules for everyone. And in our republic, which we pledge, you have that word in our pledge, that it's actually different. In our republic where we have a constitution, the majority cannot vote away the rights of the minority. And that is one of the most incredible things that I think we have in this nation, is that it recognizes individual God-given rights. And those are protected, not handed down in our Constitution, but protected by our Constitution, so that we have a society where even the minority is protected from the tyranny of the majority. And it's just such a unique and important thing for us to continue to celebrate. So I look forward to celebrating with my family. I know that we have quite a few traditions that we participate in, looking forward to the Monument Parade and, as I said, all of the fireworks, which have already started, as I'm sure we've all heard, in our neighborhoods. And I just thank all of you for being here to help us celebrate and bring awareness to what is a very important anniversary in our history. Thank you.
Thank you, as always. Very well said, Commissioner Geithner. Okay, with that, any further comments before I call the roll? Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Aye.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Aye.
Commissioner Geithner.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. That passes 5-0. I believe that there is a plan to plant flags outside, and we will do a photo as well. Excuse me, Commissioner Geithner.
I believe we also have a singer here to sing God Bless America to close out our proclamation.
Okay, excellent. Well, we have taken a vote. Let's have her, if she's ready, to come on up. And is this Kylie? Kylie Baker will sing God Bless America for us. Thank you so much. And following this, we will go plant some flags outside, but we're going to finish quickly the board business and then would ask all of you to join us out there for a photo and flag planting.
God bless America, the land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Thank you, Kylie. That was beautiful. And if you all would just stick around for a few minutes, we'd love to continue our celebrations with you outside. Item number 7.
Item number 7 is comments by elected officials and commissioner liaison reports.
Are there any further comments from commissioners? Commissioner Williams.
Yes, obviously not much on my calendar this week because it is the Independence Day celebration, and then I believe next week I am out of town before I go to the NACO convention. So it's going to be a quiet 2 weeks around here without me here to cause any problems. So thank you.
Commissioner Vanderwerf.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. And it's going to be a great week, I think, obviously, this meeting today. I do plan on being in the Monument 4th of July Parade. It turns out I'll be in costume. I'll be playing Thomas Jefferson. And I got the costume, so I'm going to hopefully look like Thomas Jefferson. We'll find out. But then later on that day, I will plan on attending the VIP Star Spangled Symphony at the Pikes Peak Center. Looking forward to that. And then really it's going to be more or less an open weekend, but that'll be because people will be celebrating the 4th of July, I think, through the weekend. I'm really looking forward to that as well. And then Monday morning on the 8th, I'll be participating in the Homeland Security Advisory Committee meeting for the state, and then we'll be back to our next Tuesday meeting. So I just want to wish everybody a great 4th of July. Please be safe. Please enjoy the founding day for our nation, and I look forward to seeing everybody on the flip side of the holiday. Thank you.
Commissioner Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I just remind people, so I was out last week, wonderful vacation. I think I got a little bit of sun, so I felt good. I got to enjoy time with my sister, one of my cousins, and one of my godsons. So it was a wonderful week away. And for this week, I will be participating in the Monument Independence Day Parade on Thursday, and that afternoon, the Philharmonic Star Spangled Symphony as well here at the Pikes Peak Center. And then looking forward to next week with the kickoff of the Pikes Peak or Bust Rodeo, and then all of the other activities occurring next week.
Commissioner Geithner.
Thank you. As others have said, it's a little bit of a light week with the holiday, and I want to keep it short and sweet so we can get to that flag planting, so that's all I have.
Thank you, Commissioner. And just a quick reminder to have a safe holiday. Be aware of how dry or wet it may or may not be in Colorado, and use precaution in your celebrations, and also be courteous to neighbors. And it is a time to get out to know your neighbors. So looking forward to the celebrations as well. And to be honest with you, I still have several days full of meetings here, but hoping to be able to celebrate a bit with my family on Thursday. Okay, with that, any further elected official comments? Okay, item number 8.
Item number 8 is community service organization reports, and there are none.
Item 9.
Item number 9 is public comment on items not scheduled on the agenda. This is the public's opportunity to speak on an item that is not scheduled on today's agenda. And Madam Chair, I'm unaware of anyone signing in ahead of time to speak.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public wishing to speak on any item not on today's agenda? Hearing none in the audience and none online. Item 10.
Item number 10 is the called up consent calendar, and there are no items called up.
Item 11.
Item 11 is department and committee reports, non-action items, and there are none.
Item 12.
Item 12 is the addendum, and there is no addendum today.
Item 13.
Item 13 is the executive session, and there is no request for executive session.
And we are adjourned.